Babadoe review.
Babadoe review.
G'day mates, how you legends doing? And people call me the Babadoe. And welcome to WandaVision review. Marvel has a sitcom now? What the hell was it? This is the first Disney Plus Marvel show and didn't really start off with a bang. What the hell was this? This show was at the first half, up until episode 6, was set up in a sitcom way. And they were just going through all the generations of different sitcoms, and gotta say, it didn't really work for me. I did not really find it funny or see what the point was. At the end, they tell you what the point of it all was. It was a bit weird, but like, why? They had no hints towards this beforehand, but anyway, what intrigued me about this show was its mystery. Why was it all like this? How come there was some things that didn't add up, and how is Vision still alive? All questions answered in the finale, and I've gotta say it, the mysteries were better than the answers. I was expecting a lot more from what they were building up to, and some of the behind the scenes of the director getting more of these Marvel shows because this one was so good. In the end, kind of found myself disappointed. Did have some tear-jerking moments for some people, but I mean, it was just odd. I was always confused of these decisions, and this is a blatant case of where people analyzing every frame of a series kind of ruined this show. There was a theory going on in Twitter that it was all Mephisto, and if you know the ending, it just came out disappointing because we were all expecting this. Because they laid off hints, whether those hints were going towards anything or... I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like internet culture kind of ruins shows now because of their constant analysis of every trailer, every shot, every footage is taken. Where a filmmaker just wants to make something without people guessing the ending constantly. When you're basing off comics that everyone reads, that gives them a source to connect it by. So when you make for example, the Mephisto theory, and then he doesn't appear at the end, you're just disappointed. So that's my take on the all mystery sides, and what intrigued me, and all the sitcom stuff, which kind of disappointed me. I didn't kind of find it funny, but if you did, let me know. Anyway, just a spoiler warning here. I want to talk about the ending. Before I go into it, let me just give you my rating. I give this around 3.5 stars. Above average in video making, and I would give it a 10 out of 10 if the mystery's payoff was much larger, but it just wasn't. I was led disappointed, so it was a good show from the beginning, but the ending kind of fell flat for me. Anyway, now on to spoilers. I want to talk about the ending, because everyone suspected a big cameo, and well, the big cameo was Paul Bettany as himself again, as White Vision, which I guess that this show was going to make a way for the Vision to come back for real. There was all this mystery of the Hex, is that really Vision or is that illusion just going to disappear, which he does, but when they make White Vision, it just says laziness, because you already killed him. I hate when they bring characters back. It makes the impact of that movie a lot less now. Now that Infinity War killed Vision, he just comes back. What's the point? It doesn't have any impact when you rewatch that movie because you know he's going to come out fine. So, another thing is Wanda was set up as the villain, and then they throw in Agatha Harkness. I would have loved if instead of this crazy witch just wanting power, if she was just trying to free the people. How engaging was that? Our hero we've been following is the villain, and the villain is the hero. She could have had some other motives of freeing the people, like having the Hex, but her general thing she wanted to do was to free the people. Would have been more interesting than her just wanting power. At the end, it's just a basic Marvel film again. Hero vs villain, and hero overcomes villain with something they learned. Just Iron Man 1 again with the freezing, and just what the hell. I do like the ambiguous ending when she's leaving the town, like everyone's affected, but really she still came out the hero in the end. She did let them go, and It was just poking at the idea. I just wanted them to follow through. Why didn't they? And I gotta say as well, in the final episode, Vision defeating Vision was very interesting with the philosophy of the ship. That was very intriguing. I love how the battle was won with words than actual classic CG fight. I was very intrigued by that. Yeah, that was WandaVision. It was definitely an experiment. Did it pay off? Kind of. Wait till the show's over. I know everyone loves analysing every episode and finding out if their theory was true in the end, but it did do something bad. It ruined the ending. Because your expectations are so high for when all these hints and just Easter eggs are driving the story. All these Easter eggs are driving the story. That shouldn't be. You should be surprised by the ending. The only surprise that what I didn't see coming was basically that she did it all herself. I was expecting that someone was gonna help her out, like all the theories said. Mephisto was gonna appear and he would have given all the power, but really it was just her. That's cool, I guess. Now she's the most powerful being in the universe, and now any threat that comes, we're going, why didn't Wanda finish them off? But yes, another thing I want to point out with the whole Mephisto thing, if you have a look at the final scene with two Wandas, I want to say, here's my theory or my interpretation of the ending. Agatha has become her slave. Because in the end, she says she'll stay in Westview, but then Westview just finishes. You just see Agatha on the ground. Now with the two Wandas, she's doing an astral projection thing like we saw in Doctor Strange. But with Doctor Strange, he was always unconscious or knocked out when he did that. When he was operating on himself, when the Ancient One kicked him out, he knocked to the ground. But here there's two Wandas, one walking in making tea and the other studying. My theory is that other one, the physical one, is just a new Agatha. That Agatha has now become her slave, the nosy neighbour, if you will. But that's just my theory, and with the spells, I noticed there was some type of cross thing. I'm not sure if that's a Mephisto Easter egg or what, but I just noticed and no one else picked it up on. Anyway, if you like my ramblings on this show, please leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you mates in the next one. Bye guys.